Hey guys, so this is day 9 of 90. I'm sorry, the last video I was not feeling well, and I'm still a little bit under the weather now. I took a COVID test. I do not have COVID. I don't know what it is. I think maybe it's allergies. Anyway, I'm getting a lot of messages. Hold on. See anyone? I need it. So this is probably going to be the last TikTok video I do on my day because there's so much to say but not enough time, and I feel like I'm rushing myself towards the end of the video, which kind of distracts me. I'll do some updates, but I won't do as many on TikTok. You're just going to have to follow my YouTube. But I know that there's going to be a part 2 to this video because I'm going to talk about childhood trauma, mother wounds, and things like that sort, and how it can affect you, how it affected me, and like what I'm learning on this journey that, I'm taking for my own self-healing. And even though it's 90 days, of course, you're going to continue to work. This is a lifetime work and journey. But I was talking to a friend, and before I even get into this, let me just read something I read online, and I'm going to explain the conversation I had with my friend, and then I'm just going to tie everything together, okay? You guys know I'm an educator, so I just had to prep you guys. So let me go. So it says, until you heal from the pain of your mother failing you, you will continue to meet her in certain friendships, sisterhoods, and interactions with many women. You'll have a hard time making and keeping long-term sisterhood friends. And then there's some questions that were asked. Now, there's some questions that come with this, which is, did she put a lover before you? Did she not believe you when you needed her protection? Did she turn the other way when others took advantage of you? Did she compete with you? Was she simply not there? And then it encourages you to figure out, or like ask, I guess, what broke her soul, and find how you can put yours back together, right? And this is why I said we don't have enough time, because now I'm going to talk about the conversation I had with a friend. So follow me on YouTube for part 2. All right, so I'm back. Some of those questions, actually one of those questions in particular is going to be like really hard for someone to ask their parent, especially if their parent doesn't know what broke their soul. Like, what if your parent has not done the healing? So you're pretty much like, you can't go back in time to figure that out. You have to pretty much pick up the pieces of where you're at. So I didn't really like that question too much, but I was talking to a friend, and one of the things that came up was like development stages of when you're a child. So did your parents speak to you about certain things? And I realized no. A lot of the things that I had to go through, I had to learn on my own. And that's because conversations did not happen. And like, that doesn't go to say that my parents didn't love me or my mother didn't love me. I really feel like she didn't know how to have the conversations that were necessary, like mother and daughter. So now here I am as a mother, and I'm like, even though I know that I need to have the conversations, I'm just like in the fourth sense of how. And that's when the real healing and work comes through, because I have a child and I have to figure out how to do this. And then internally, I'm like, honestly, I was having this conversation with my friend, and he was just like, just ask her a question. And I'm just like, huh? Like, things that come easily to other people are really harder for me because I never experienced it, or I don't know what it looks like, or I don't know how to say it. So that's one thing. Now, another thing, Yeah, and the last thing with the friendships and relationships with other women, I have noticed in the past with a lot of the friendships or women that I had in my life, they did resemble a kind of very critical energy, very insecure energy. And those are energies that in my household I grew up in. So the friendships didn't last or they didn't work out because it just wasn't nurturing. And yeah, going forward, like I just realized that even though the healing journey starts with me, it's about my surroundings as well. So when it comes to women, I'm like keeping an eye out on like who is who, so I can just like who is it that I can build with and who is it that I have to just pretty much like I love you from afar kind of thing. Because I mean, like at the end of this whole 90-day challenge, and of course like I said it's gonna be longer than this, but like I want to just be surrounded with people that I feel safe with and that I can grow with, and we can grow with each other. Like I'm learning from them, they're learning from me kind of vibe, without the jealousy, without the criticism, without me having to shrink myself. So if that makes sense, thanks for watching. And to the new subscribers, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on the next one.